though, although, even though, despite, and in spite of. Do you know the meaning of all these? Okay, let's look at all these one by one. The best part is that all these have the same meaning and they all show contrast. Contrast means two things that are different or opposite. For example, if I say she is tall and her brother is short. Here, this sentence has two parts, right? And it shows the contrast between the height of a girl and her brother. Now I hope you got it. Now let's look at the meaning of all these five terms. First, let's take in spite of. Let's understand its meaning and usage with the help of some example sentences. First example. In spite of the rain, I went for a walk in the park. Raining and walking. This shows contrast, right? Normally, people don't go out if it is raining. But here in this sentence, it says that I didn't care about the rain, but I still went for a walk in the park. So the action of walking has already done without caring about the difficulties caused by the rain. And there is a contrast in this sentence. And we connected these contrasting ideas using in spite of. So this is how in spite of is to be used in a sentence. In spite of the rain, I went for a walk in the park. You can also use in spite of in the mid position of this sentence and rephrase the same sentence like I went for a walk in the park in spite of the rain. Both are same. The meaning remains the same. You can use in spite of either in the front position or in the mid position of the sentence. Okay? Another example. In spite of her busy schedule, she always finds time for her hobbies. Busy schedule and spending time on hobbies. Again, there is a contrast, right? But regardless of her busy schedule, she always finds time for her hobbies. So there is a contrast in this sentence and we connected these contrasting ideas using in spite of. In spite of her busy schedule, she always finds time for her hobbies. Now let's see how this sentence is going to change when we place this in spite of in the mid position of this sentence. Let's see. She always finds time for her hobbies in spite of her busy schedule. Both are same. The meaning remains the same. So now I think you understood how this in spite of is to be used in a sentence, right? In spite of is used to express something that happens irrespective of all the difficulties, obstacles or other problems. Okay? Now moving on to despite. Despite is used in the same way as in spite of, but without of. Example. Despite feeling tired, she continued dancing. Feeling tired is a difficulty, but without considering that, she continued dancing. Despite feeling tired, she continued dancing. Or else you can say she continued dancing despite feeling tired. You can also use in spite of in the place of despite and rephrase the sentence. Let's see how it would become. In spite of feeling tired, she continued dancing. Or else you can say she continued dancing in spite of feeling tired. So the meaning and usage of despite and in spite of are same. But the only difference is that we don't use of with despite. Okay, so the key difference between in spite of and despite is the presence of. We do not use of with despite. Okay, clear? Now moving on to although and even though. They can be used just like in spite of and despite. Let's look at some examples. Even though she studied hard, she did not pass the exam. You can say the same sentence using although. Let's see. Although she studied hard, she did not pass the exam. Now we can rephrase this sentence. We can rearrange this sentence. She did not pass the exam even though she studied hard. She did not pass the exam although she studied hard. Now another example. Even though she was sick, she went to the office. Although she was sick, she went to the office. She went to the office even though she was sick. She went to the office although she was sick. So these are some of the example sentences using although and even though. Now let's look at though. Though is similar to although and even though, but it is used in informal English. Though is casual. It's like talking to your close friend. Let's look at some examples. Though I doubted him, he achieved his dream. She studied hard, though she did not pass the exam. I enjoyed going out with my friends. I did not like the place though. So these are the example sentences using though. This is the usage of though. It is used in informal conversations. Okay, that's all. I hope you clearly understood all the concepts that I have mentioned in this video. Now in the comment section, you write down some sentences using though, although, even though, in spite of and despite, so that I can get to know how well you understood the concepts. That's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you found this video helpful, then please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.